Coward series, summer series. Let's get into it. How to build momentum, mental toughness, confidence, so you can achieve your goals and be successful in any area of life that you want to be successful in. You've probably been through a time already where you've tried to succeed at something and you've put a lot of effort in and you haven't got the result that you wanted, so you've quit. And you're heartbroken about that and you're upset and you're probably angry at yourself and you're angry at the fact that you put a lot of time in. You expected a certain outcome or result, whether it was in your dating life, whether it was professionally, in your educational life, from day to day, personal hobbies or habits, or the gym, getting in shape, losing weight, or beating an addiction, and you found that you haven't been able to get the result that you want. Well, guess what? Welcome to life. The real reality and the real truth of most goals is it takes time. There's an incredible amount of pain and failure and suffering that comes with being successful at achieving your goals or being unsuccessful. Most people quit at this point. Most people quit at the point where it gets really difficult, they've put a lot of time in, and they're really disappointed and angry and upset that they didn't get the result that they hoped they'd get and expected to get. Well, guess what? This is the point where you need mental toughness. You need to reset your mindset, your positive thinking. You need to choose not to be a coward. Because most people will back out and choose to be a coward at this point, and they may not think of themselves as a coward, but it is the definition of a coward. It's quitting when things get difficult. And nothing of any value ever comes easy. So when you expect things to be easy, it's just going to get harder. So I'm encouraging you today, I don't know what you've been through, whether it's losing a lot of social momentum because of COVID and your social anxieties come back, whether it's you've just come out of a breakup and you've lost a lot of momentum because you didn't have the confidence and the motivation to go out and meet somebody else, meet a great person and get your dating and relationship life back on track. Or maybe you started the gym before COVID like I did, you started losing some weight and then you got hit with a pandemic and you couldn't go to the gym and you put on all the weight back on again. How many times in your life have you started on a journey to achieve something and you've got so far on that journey and something comes in your life, a crisis, adversity, a mental health challenge, and all of a sudden you lose all that momentum. I remember when I was younger, I was playing Final Fantasy VII, and if any of you played that game, you know that takes a lot of time to clock that game. And I built up hours that I saved to a certain point, and by accident, my brother deleted the files, and I came to the computer, I went to continue, and I said, what's going on? I'm back, where's my files? Obviously that was an accident. I've done things before, I've deleted my brother's files on the game. And at that point I had a choice. Was I gonna cry and complain and get upset because that wasn't gonna bring my data back, or was I gonna start again and set a new motivation? So today you need to set a new motivation, because it's a horrible thought at getting so far in life at something you want to achieve, and then it gets taken away from you and you're right back to square one again. But that's a normal human way of thinking. Normal human way of thinking is, oh, it's back to square one, but you don't have to be back to square one, because you can still learn from all the experience that you built up through the time and the effort and that certain distance that you went. So today's video, as I said, is about choosing not to be a coward and building momentum. Going in having another shot and having even more of an aggressive attitude. Aggressive in terms of putting more energy into it, you know, accepting that there's been a challenge. How can we grow from it? How can we learn from it? How can we take something positive from something so negative, so horrible, so soul-destroying and heartbreaking? Because I think this is a key factor in life, and at some point it happens to all of us. Happens to me. I had a mental breakdown in 2017. Everything that I built up, it crashed down, lost everything, rock bottom. But I refused to give up, I refused to lose. That's why I put these videos out, to inspire other people. Hit that subscribe button, by the way, if you've been inspired. I probably left at the start. So let's start. Let's not have the old mindset, which is, oh, it's going to be such a long time for me to go in the gym and get in shape. Let's change that mindset and say, I can't wait to put in that grind. I can't wait to put in that effort. I'm glad it's going to take long, because I'm going to appreciate it when I get to that point of success. We have to change the way that we think, otherwise we can't get a different result. You cannot get the same result with the original negative, pessimistic, cowardly thinking. We have to change the mindset from the coward to the champion. Whatever it takes, however long it takes, whatever I've got to go through, I'm going to dedicate myself and commit myself. Just this attitude alone will change the way that you see yourself. It will give you more confidence. It will actually start to make things improve more. So building momentum is about resetting goals. Sometimes you've got to set the original goals you had to begin with. Sometimes you've got to freshen things up and rejuvenate and set slightly different goals. Whatever motivates you, whatever gets you off your backside. It really is about choosing to be tough. Not tough as in like, oh, I'm tough, look at me, look at my big biceps, or not that kind of tough. Mental fortitude, mental and emotional, discipline, dedication, resetting, starting again. That's what I did with Final Fantasy VII. When it got deleted, I started again, and I built up more than I clocked the game. I beat it, I won. And I've done that with the gym. Before COVID, I got into pretty great shape after years of being out because of mental health challenges. And then the COVID came and I got out of shape. Now I'm getting back in shape again. I'm training even harder, smarter, all those things. So let's work harder, let's work smarter. Let's take all the lessons and the experience from what we already built up, and let's build some more momentum. Because you cannot succeed at anything without momentum. In dating, you need momentum. You need social momentum. You've got to put some social time in. You've got to meet new people. You've got to talk. You've got to converse. You've got to go through the setbacks. Sometimes you go on a date with someone and you like the person, but it's not right. You've got to say no. You've got to go on another date. It's all momentum. Same with the gym. You've got to put the hours in. You don't see results for a hell of a long time. And this thinking tortures people and it makes them quit because they think, I'm not seeing any results, but it's only been day one. Even 6 months, it's not that long. You know, you can't do something for 6 months and say, well, how comes I'm not seeing any results yet? Because the real truth is it's not long enough yet. It's just not enough time. You know, you should see some improvement, but you're not going to see loads. You're not going to see massive improvements in any aspect of your life, in most cases in 6 months, unless you put in every ounce of your heart and energy and you've got the perfect approach and method. And the reality is most people haven't got that. So you've got to get time out of your head, because time will drive a man mad. It will drive you crazy if you sit here and think about how much time is it going to take for you to get ripped, or for you to lose weight, or for you to get a wife, or start a family, or get a girlfriend, or come back from a breakdown, a mental health crisis, or a confidence crisis. Or so, like I said, we go through all sorts of things. Maybe right now you have to move out of your parents, and that's daunting. Become fearless, change the mindset. You know, see it as a challenge. Just change the way that you view things, and you'll start to become a different person. So whatever setback, let's not dwell on the past. Let's keep it forward thinking. Let's keep it moving forward. Because if we say, oh, I was there, I've got to start over again, that will just crush you. Change the mindset. Be happy. Be happy where you are now. Can't do nothing. Tomorrow's gone. It's only now and beyond. The present and the future. That's the way you succeed. Yeah, we can take the lessons, of course. We can learn, we can take gratitude, we can appreciate, we can take some nostalgia, but you're powerless to go back. But you can go forward, and that's where the champion's mindset comes in, not being a coward. So keep moving forward, keep toughing it out. And guess what will happen? There's got to be an incentive, otherwise why are you going to put yourself through hell and back? You'll get to a point where you'll feel great. I call it, there's a certain point in a journey of self-improvement where you hit a point where you peak, where you suddenly get into shape, mentally, emotionally, physically, and it can happen in dating. You get to a peak point where you're not as anxious anymore, you're confident and you're outgoing. A lot of you said to me, Johnny, I need to start being more outgoing in my dating life. That's what's holding me back. Well, apply the information I'm giving you today, the life advice. Set the goals, get an action plan, take action ASAP, continuously. Continuous amounts of action build momentum, build mental toughness, confidence, get you out of being a coward. Thinking like one, acting like one, and living like one. And appreciate, appreciate where you are now. Appreciate the challenge, because later on it's going to benefit you when you've overcome it and you've got a story to tell the next person. And it's always makes you more interesting and attractive when you've got a great story to tell other people that can inspire them, or that they can, I guess they can relate to a certain extent. But like I said in my last Coward series, you don't want to be relating to everyone where you're just relating to their story, but you're not taking action. That's not a good type of relating, in my opinion. You want to relate to someone, and then you want to go and become your own success in your own life, and be proud of who you are, and proud of the reflection that you see in the mirror. So come on, let's rebuild momentum. Let's move forward. We'll all do it together. I've been doing it, that's why I keep putting these videos out. Don't allow emotions to get in the way. Don't allow the emotion of I just don't feel like it. You've got to get past that. You've got to get past that if you want to be successful. Because I don't really particularly feel like doing this video today. The sun's lovely, I've been out, I'm quite tired, I'm in a good mood, and I just want to eat some chicken and rice and just chill out and watch some other videos on YouTube. But I would not allow myself to fall into being a coward and not being disciplined. The video had to be done today, had to be done at this moment in time. So yeah, just keep toughing it out, keep moving forward. Forget about the negative things that have happened to you, learn from them, move on, and start building a better future. It sounds gruesome, it sounds tough, but it's necessary in order to live a better life and keep challenging yourself. And don't let age get in the way. Let's not have ageism. Everyone's talking about, oh, Manny Pacquiao's 42, he shouldn't really be fighting Errol Spence who's 31. I disagree. What does 42 mean if you're super fit and you're dedicated? What does 52 mean? What does 60? It's just excuses. Humans have been using these excuses for centuries, and for a long time they were getting away with it. Now they're not getting away with it no more, because so many people, including myself and you, have eradicated that excuse by becoming successful in later stages in life. So what's age got to do with it? If anything, that should be the encouragement to take even more action. So whether you're 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, you should still be taking action and wanting to be better in life while we're still here. What's the point of doing the otherwise? Unless you just want to sit on your backside and you want to enjoy retirement and you want to get a tan and you want to get fat and chubby and be a king, then no problem. If that makes you happy, great. But that doesn't make most people happy. It really doesn't. We've got to keep challenging ourselves in a positive way. And of course, there's time to rest and recuperate and be vulnerable and all that stuff, and that's really important. We can't be like that all the time. We've got to break out the comfort zone manually. So what's it going to be? Are you going to quit and be a coward and live with that for the rest of your life? Or are you going to choose to not be a coward and be a champion and just see where this takes us, see where this journey takes us, see where it takes you, see where it takes me, and you can inspire the next person. So it's really about getting your energy, and putting your energy into the right places, into being positive, And do you know how you keep yourself occupied and motivated when you feel like you're losing patience for long-term goals? You set little goals in between the big ones, because the little ones give you a little bit of happiness and enthusiasm to keep you on track and stop you from quitting towards the big ones. So that's another solution that I found through my life experience and living and learning and improving. And if you're feeling depressed, I think everyone will relate to that. I suffer with that as well, but I don't let it stop me getting to the gym. If you're depressed and you work out, you can't be too depressed. It's scientifically almost impossible. Even if you're just happy for a day and then you've got to go into the gym again. So gym it, man. If you gym it, you win it. If you go to the gym, you win. But if you're just depressed and you just sit about and you just say and you give up, and if you cannot motivate yourself, like I say in all the videos, some awareness of mental health, you get help ASAP, and that's not being a coward, that's being a really brave, intelligent human being. If you can't do it on your own, you go and speak to your parents, your loved ones, you speak to a doctor, speak to professionals that can help you with your mental health, and that would be being such a brave, great human being, and then you can get on a road to recovery. That's what I did. I've never ever shy away from seeking help if you need it. But if you don't need the help, but you're just being stubborn, procrastinating, insecure, lazy, demotivated, procrastinating, get your ass in check and get up. Let's do this. All right, so that's the lesson today. That's the series of the summer series. There'll be plenty more, and let me know in the box below if this has motivated you. Let me know where you was motivated, you were on track to succeeding, things went wrong for whatever reason, the pandemic or your personal issues or somebody else upset and broke your momentum, and let's rebuild momentum. That's basically what I explained in this whole video, how a person can re-motivate themselves and rebuild the momentum that they had and go beyond that point of momentum so they can achieve their goals in any area of life. Dating, relationships, fitness, YouTube, creativity, helping other people, just everyday life, mental health, whatever, right? Like, share. Thank you for the support. You guys and girls are brilliant. Become fearless.